Welcome back to the Dice Coaches Craps Pit. We have made several videos that several of you have been viewing. I can tell because of the purchases each month. We like to add a few new videos from time to time. Now, if you notice in our index, we do have the Don't Pass, and we also have a little feature on the Don't Come. We tell you what they do and what they mean and how to lay the odds and the amounts and what they pay. But we have not shown you a video on how to play a don't system. So what we're going to do is on a random basis play the don't and tell you the best way to play the don't system against each player. Because as precision shooters, when we go to the casino, we run into 90% of the other shooters are random shooters, and I know it's tough to bet on random shooters, but they do have random luck from time to time. So why not go and change the game to the dark side or the don't side? That's why when I do that, I'm either at table end or on a hook, preferably the inside hook right here, because you're kind of hiding from everybody else, and it's easy to reach the don't and the don't come. So for all intents and purposes, if you're at a $5 game, your bankroll for this strategy is going to be $250. If you're in a $10 game, you're going to need $500, and if you're playing $25 checks, you're going to need $750. So for this demonstration, we're going to use $10. Now, this table, we don't know anything about the shooters. What I like to do before I start even getting into the game, I like to see if the shooters are passing or not passing. So in this particular situation, we don't know, so we're just going to go random total. So I'm going to use $10 units. I'm going to start off with the don't pass. And for this demonstration, I'm just going to drop randomly the dice in front of the camera so you can see. Okay, so we have the shooter, the dice are thrown, and there is a 4. The puck moves to the 4, and now you have a don't pass, which, by the way, is not a contract. The casino will let you pick it up, but in this instance, you wouldn't want to pick it up, because right now, with the 4 or the 10, in this case we have the 4 for the point, you have a 67% chance of winning. Okay? So to lay single odds here, you're going to have to lay 4 chips. I'm going to set them like that. In the casino, you're going to set them like this. But so you can see, you're laying 4 chips to make 2. So now you want the 7 before the 4. Now, this is one way to play the game, just playing the don'ts and not the don't come. But if you want to be a little more aggressive and get more action, place another unit on the don't come, and let's see what happens with the next roll of the dice. Okay, there's a random 6. Doesn't affect our don't pass. This unit moves to the 6. And now we're going to lay a single unit, which in this case we're going to lay $12 to make $10. The original 4, we laid 20 to make 10. And I know there's 5 ways to make the 6, but it's still a better bet on the don't because there's still 6 ways to make 7. We have a 55% chance of winning this bet. So if you just wanted to stop there, you could. If you wanted to be a little more aggressive and make another don't come bet for a single unit, let's see what happens. Randomly dropping the dice. A 4. Okay, we got our 4 knocked off here. We lose that. This travels to the 4. We're going to lay 4 more chips here. And on this shooter, that's all we're going to do. We're not going to do any more don't come or don't pass. We're going to stick with those 2 bets. Now what we'd like to see is that 7 on the come out, and we'll win both of those. Okay, the 11 would have no effect. All right, here we go. Coming out, there's a 5. Puck moves to the 5. We're going to do nothing else with this shooter. We are on the 4 on the lay. We're against him on the 6. If he makes a 5, it doesn't affect us. We really want to see a 7. We don't want to see a 4 or 6. Come on, 7. There's an 8. There's no money on the 8s. Doesn't bother our roll. Next roll, same shooter. There's a 7. Beautiful. All right, great. So what happens here, the 6 pays us 10 for the flat bet, pays us $10 for the lay part. On the 4, it pays us $10 for the flat, $10 in the lay. All the do players lose their money. We gather up all these chips, which we just picked up $40 on that shooter. Chips go in your rack. If you want to separate them, you can. You can put them in the back or what have you. I don't necessarily do that. Maybe I should. But you can kind of eye and see where you are. So the puck goes off. The dice travel to a new shooter. Now we've shown you how to play. And on that last session that we just did, we won 2 out of 3 bets. So we broke exactly even. So we're floating in the game. We didn't lose. We didn't win any money. We didn't lose any money. And remember what I said before. It's not how much you win, it's how much you don't lose. You got to keep in the game. Okay, so now here we go. Now we're going to give you a different scenario. You have a $10 unit on the don't pass. And this happened to me at the Aliante Casino this past week. Okay, the roll comes out and he throws ace deuce. So that's a winner on the don't. They're going to pay you $10. What you do is you stack it. Don't rack it. The next roll that came out was another ace deuce. You've only got $10 at risk to make 30. Even though it pays even money, there's another $20. You started with 10. You got a $40 don't bet. Okay? Now, the next roll that came out were aces. You started with 10. You got 40. It pays even money. You got $40. There's your original bet. You've got $70 here right now, profit off of the $10 on 3 rolls of crap numbers, which you will have lost all 3 on the pass line. You would have been down 30 here, but now since you bet the don't, you're up 70, risking 10. Okay, that is that part of it. After you do that, you rack your chips, go back to another $10 don't bet, and follow what I showed you on the previous video. It goes to a number. Boom, if you throw the dice. Okay, there's a 10, it goes to the number. You lay single odds against that, and you're off to the races. Okay? Now, if he throws a 7 now, you win. If he throws his point of a 10, you lose. You're finished with that shooter. When you first start the game, when the puck is off, okay, and he comes out, and you're on the don't, he comes out with a natural winner, 7 or 11, you're done. You don't play that shooter anymore. You just wait for the next shooter. That way you don't get yourself in trouble. So if he's going to catch a hot hand, then you're not chasing the don'ts after him. You're done with him, you wait for the next shooter. And you go accordingly. Single units on a don't, lay single unit odds. If you want to be more aggressive, do the don't come. And then if you build your bankroll, if you want to be more aggressive, lay more than single units on the odds. You can lay double units, triple, all the way up to max. So what you should do is get a layout. We sell half layouts, and you can email us, and we'll be happy to. I think they sell for like $20. Get yourself some chips and practice at home. Get a pair of Dice Coach dice. Practice at home, just randomly dropping them, because that's what's happening in the game. It's a random event. And play it at home until you're comfortable with it. Go to the casino. Let us know how you do, because I know it's been working well for me. I've been playing this strategy for the last 2 weeks, and no casino losses. Not some very small wins. I had a $200 win last night in 30 minutes, which was great. So it works out well. So do it. Let us know how you're doing. And hey, be in touch, man. Thanks.